Well, you're getting not one but two comedy dramas for your money this week, because over on Apple TV we have a new series called Margot's Got Money Troubles. And here's a clip.
I need to make money. I'm open to any job there is. Digging ditches even.
Looks like you've already dug one.
In order to earn income for my child, I've been doing some work on the internet.
For your first taco pics, we'll make you a scary girl.
I'll marinate on it.
So this is a book that's being adapted by Apple TV, I believe, a Ruthie Thorpe book, and I must admit I have not read that, but I'm absolutely hooked. I've not seen all of this. I've watched the first 2 episodes of this, and I really am hooked straight away. So you've got Elle Fanning playing this 20-year-old called Margo, and you know, she's sort of effortlessly beautiful. Michelle Pfeiffer is her mother, who plays her mother Cheyenne, and that works really well together. It's really believable straight away. The two sort of beautiful women, they kind of look really very similar, etc., etc. And she is an aspiring writer, and she's hands in some work, and the teacher holds her back, male teacher, and says the work's really good. You know, why on earth is she in this class? You know, she should be aiming for Harvard. She's absolutely brilliant, gives her an A+. And you see her going and talking to her mate at home, and the mate says, well, he just wants to get in bed with you. Simple as that. And I was so innocent and naive. I totally believed that he just thought she was totally brilliant. And then, of course, in the next scene, there they are in bed together. There's quite a lot of nudity. I'm going to tell you that straight away. Quite a lot of nudity. There's a lot of breast showing throughout at this. It's pretty graphic at times. He's married. It obviously shouldn't be happening. It's unprofessional. It's not okay. She tells her mother, and her mother has been they're very different. She's very studious and wants to do more with herself. The mother is somebody who's sort of brought her. She's a single mother. She's brought her up on her own, and really wants her daughter to do better for herself. So she comes home, and guess what? She finds herself pregnant, and she decides to have the baby. And you just see this real hardship. You see her trying to bring up this child, and all of her dreams, I suppose, have been dashed in a way. She thought she could do so much more. And you see that her kind of navigating single motherhood, living with a load of mates as well, and what that looks like. And she makes one comment, and I think I made this comment actually on the way home when I was bringing my first daughter home, which was, wow, they've let us home with a new life. Okay, where do we start? There's no manual. Yeah, how do we do this? And I think this is so credible throughout on that basis. You know, just keeps asking all the questions, and there's no real help there at all. And you see her watching tutorials on her laptop and trying to work out how to do this, and the baby never stops crying. You know, we've all been there. It's really tough. Her mother doesn't really want anything to do with it. The guy, the father of the child, he's backed off completely, not interested at all. So you see her, and she needs money, and she opens an OnlyFans account and tries to make her career through OnlyFans. Now, you'll know, Ian, as well as I do, that actually this can be incredibly lucrative. I mean, we write stories about this all the time, about how people make hundreds of thousands of pounds a month, even from OnlyFans. It's quite the business. So this feels really of the moment. This feels like it's really kind of caught something while it's happening, because it still is happening. It's a really big thing. And the first 2 episodes I've seen, I've really enjoyed it. I want to watch the rest. I really rate it. What did you think?
It's good. It's from David E. Kelly, who's made so much great TV. And yeah, what a cast. I mean, actually, this is there are 2 people from The Great, the series about Catherine the Great, in this week's pod. And the first of them is Elle Fanning, who's brilliant as Margot. But yeah, you've got Michelle Pfeiffer, who is hilarious as her mum, who also got pregnant very young, was working as a waitress in Hooters, and got pregnant by a wrestler played by Nick Offerman from Parks and Recreation. You've also got Nicole Kidman in it, who's doing a lot of TV recently, isn't she? As a wrestler turned lawyer who sort of comes to Margot's aid. So yeah, I only watched episode 1, and that's we talked about Vladimir recently, didn't we? Which was kind of about a college professor. Well, the backdrop was a college professor had affairs with various young female students. So it starts off with the her falling pregnant, and then the college professor wanted her to have an abortion. So that's the jumping off point. But as you say, then it goes into this whole OnlyFans storyline, and I think she creates a character who's like a sexy alien. That's how she's making her money. But then it's about, does that make her an unfit mother? So it's as you say, it's pretty topical. I mean, I'm pleased for Pfeiffer because she's got great comedy chops, and this is much more fun for her to do than we saw her recently in the Madison, didn't we? Which we didn't think was that great. But yeah, good to see her getting the laughs in this. Good to see Nick Offerman, and good to see Nicole Kidman. So yeah, this I think is something pretty different. Yeah, and I enjoyed it.